Hi folks, welcome back to Kid Friendly Videos. We're going to continue on with a video we made the other day. We did a video on how you can learn to paint these toy cars yourself. A whole video dedicated to how to paint and what paint brushes to use and everything. And we're going to do Bubba Wheelhouse today. We started doing it the other day. We primed Jeff Gorvette. And today we're going to paint this car blue, black tires and wheels, and some yellow spots on the door, and number 63 on the roof. Now, he's probably not the best candidate for Bubba Wheelhouse, but he was suggested by someone, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the blue paint out now, and we'll cover him completely, and then we'll start writing some spots on it, and the word juice on the spoiler, and number 63, okay, and yellow on the doors. Okay, let's get the paint out now. Okay, here we go. Again, if this is your first time here, folks, sorry about that. We're doing Pixar cars customs. We're taking cars from Pixar cars and we're repainting them and repurposing them for different applications. Like there is one we did Saturday. This is fabulous red. People actually told me they want this truck. It doesn't exist anywhere except for here. And I actually saw in the store the other day another brand new fabulous Lightning McQueen, and I said, well, it's not a collector's item. If I could buy two of them, I can buy them anywhere, so I might open that up someday, or maybe even later on today, who knows. Let's put our paint down right here, and put the car here, and I'm going to get some blue paint to match that, and some yellow and some black. Some yellow right here, that's for the spots, and some black for the tires and wheels. It's going to look pretty good, guys. And some blue, it might be the wrong color blue, may have to add some white, and actually, you know what, that looks pretty darn good. Compare it, look, there's the color, and there's the color blue. Get brushes all over the place here. There's a nice brush right here. We'll try this one here, it's not too bad. So let's try this paint. We're gonna put two coats. I'm gonna actually do the windows too. Oh, that's perfect color. Yeah, it's a perfect match. Perfect. I can't wait to get the spots on it. Now, somebody suggested it wasn't the right car. I told them I was going to do, the other day I made the video, I painted this primer, and someone said it's not the right car, but that's okay, I'm going to use it anyway, and we'll see how it turns out. These cars, once you paint them up, they kind of look a lot like the ones you're looking for. Now guys, I can see I'm going to put two coats on this, because the first coat, although it's nice, is not going on thick enough for me. I can still see the gray through it, so I'll definitely put another coat on that'll really highlight the color of the car, and then when I get the yellow on it, and the number on it, it'll look pretty good. There. And I have to do the tires and wheels anyway, so I didn't bother covering them. They're going to be all black. I might get a chance to do two of the tires and wheels in this coat because I'll be holding them by the front. I'll do the back wheels black, or vice versa. And I have to do the windows black because I got paint all over them. And I got a new brush now. It's a tiny little, a few bristles on it, so I should be able to completely do a nice job of that. And I'll do the back here, the red taillights, and I'll fix the back up where this part here. I'll paint that black again because it should be black. And the spoiler's gonna be nice too. Okay, it's gonna be pretty cool. I hope I can write the word juice on the back. It must be an advertisement. Our sponsor is Juice, I guess. What's it say? Transberry juice. Transberry juice, whatever that is. A new juice for cars. Transmission, I guess. Of course, it's for cars, so it has to be something funny they got there. Well, anyway, folks, thanks again for watching the video on the weekend where I did the how-to video. Some people told me they're starting to paint their own cars again, which is great. I love hearing that. One guy said he wants to post a picture but doesn't know how. Send a message to go to my page, my channel, and up top you'll see a button that says About. When you go to About, then you can punch in a private message and I'll get it right away. And then I'll take a picture of it and I'll post it on my next video. If you want me to put your channel name, I will. If you want other people to see it, I'll put your channel link in my description so they can go check it out. How's that sound? I'm trying to get more people doing this. This is fun, and it really gives you another use for the cars, because a lot of people have lots of cars home in the basement. They're doing nothing with them, or in a box somewhere, or you can get them at the junk store or the flea market or something, and you can have fun with them. And paints are pretty cheap, and it's lots of fun. You can get your parents to help you, or you can do it yourself, because I did this when I was a child. There, that's perfect. I'll leave that dry, and I'll come back with the second coat on. I'll put down the heat lamp. Then I'll fix up the eyes too. Great, because he has a really mean looking face on Bubba. Well, before I do that, while I'm here, I'm going to do the back tires in black. The tires and wheels are black. Maybe I may have to do them again too, who knows, because I might get some more paint on them, but right now I'll just do them black in the back. Perfect, okay. Do this one here too. That was a great idea. Whoever it was told me to blow through the tire. Take the paint right through the wheel. Check it out. Okay, let's leave that dry, and then we'll do the front ones next. Okay folks, the first coat's pretty dry. Now I'm going to get the second coat, and hopefully that'll bring out the blue color nice and rich. And I may have to do the tires and wheels over again because I'm probably going to get paint on them again. I didn't do the front ones yet, but I will shortly. After this coat's on. That's okay though, I don't mind doing it a couple of times. And this Bubba guy, where is the picture of him at? He's got slit eyes and a black grill and black spot under the grill. So I can put them on later. I just want to finish out the whole car now first in blue with this nice thick color. Yeah, it's going on a lot better, guys. See? And I hope you guys, like I said, are thinking about painting your own cars. I'm really hoping the Mattel will watch these videos and put out a primer series, just primer cars. And what you'll be able to do is they'll come in a package with a little brush and a couple of paint samples. And you can paint your own car, put some stripes on it, maybe even some stickers, who knows what they can make. I wish they would do it. Because this series is one of my most popular ones ever. So if people are watching it, they'd like to do it. I think they'd like to buy the car. Or, like I said, buy your own paint at the dollar store and make your own. It'd be pretty neat though if you could buy them already finished. I actually tried to contact Mattel and they weren't interested at all, and I was kind of shocked about that. And I actually contacted another toy company too. In the States. I even contacted one in the UK. They have a product similar to this, but they're big cars. They're really big. They're like as big as, hang on a second, I'll show you. They're as big as this Lightning McQueen that comes with some paint and you paint it. And I said to myself, well, that's not a die cast for one thing. But apparently the rule is if the wheels spin, if the wheels move, Mattel has the rights on the car, so they couldn't use a regular like a die cast. They had to use their own version of Lightning McQueen, which they licensed out, and the wheels don't turn, I guess. So they just paint them, and they're kind of like static models that just sit there when you're finished. These here you can use to play with if you paint them up, make your own stories up and everything. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna fix the eyes too with the white later, because he has really mean looking eyes on Bubba. Okay, and I'm gonna have to do the wheels again because I got paint on them already. That's okay though. We got lots of black paint there. Way better, folks. This is going to be kind of a quick video because I already primed the car the other day to make the video on how to paint the cars, so this won't be too bad. Lots of black to put on here. See, look, I got to do the windows again and the tires and wheels. It'll still be a while, but I want Bubba to look pretty good. And Bubba is named after one of the NASCAR drivers. Somebody mentioned it already. If you remember right now, put it in the comment section. Somebody actually knows who he's named after. Bubba Wheelhouse, one of the famous NASCAR racers. And actually, same with Jeff Borbett, he's named after Jeff Gordon. Yeah, that's pretty good, guys. I'm going to leave that dry, and then I come back, I'm going to fix the windows up. I got a small little skinny brush for the windows, and I'm going to try and put black on the front wheels right now to get them over with. The first coat. Oh, did you see what I just did? Put blue on the wheel. Okay, we'll try that again. Put black on the wheel. Now, definitely got to do another coat on that one. Happens all the time when I'm distracted. Okay, and flip it over. Well, I have to patch that up, guys. I got a big mess there going on. Yeah, that's okay though. Big mess. That's what happens when you're trying to rush things. There, that looks good. Okay, now where's my blue gone again? Because I dropped the car right upside down on the roof. That's no problem. Fix that up. There. Here. Actually, it dried pretty good already because the car is warm from the heat lamp, so I'm kind of like putting on a third coat here right now. Can't wait to do this car, finish it off. Okay, let's leave that dry now, guys, and we'll come back and we'll put the black on the windows and we'll fix the tires and wheels. Okay, everybody, the paint is really dry now, and what I'm going to do is get a small little brush and I'm going to try and do the windows in black without making a mess if I can help it, because they have to look really nice. The car came really good so far, paint-wise. I'm really happy with that. I just want to get the windows tidied up and cover them all up. And then I'll do the tires and wheels again. That goes right back to here. Yeah, I got a big blob of blue here by mistake, so I'll fix that up. It goes right back to here. That was a mistake. Too much on the brush, obviously. There, that looks pretty good. Now just get this little bit here in the top. There, that's perfect. Now the other side, that's pretty messy too, which is okay. that's the idea. You get these little things here, these little paint things. I don't know what they're called, a palette or something, I don't know. But you can put all different paints in that and have a bunch of brushes. They're only cheap too at the dollar store. And when you start at it, actually you'd probably do a better job than me. Anybody can do a better job than me, obviously. I'm holding the car in the air, close to the camera, focusing on the camera at the same time I'm trying to talk and help, if I can, show you guys what to do here. So if you had this like sitting down on a table and you had finer brushes, maybe a little better. I saw some videos or pictures on YouTube. These guys did a really good job of painting cars. They're like they're professionals. Holy, I couldn't believe it. They make up their own names for them and everything. Like you'd swear these were packaged cars that were individually bought in the stores. They were that good. I actually thought they were sometimes like real cars you could buy, but they're just cars like I'm doing, only good jobs. Mine are kind of basic, but it gives you the idea that anybody can do it. If I can do it, anybody can. I never painted too many things in my life aside from my bicycle when I was a kid, and I used to paint my little cars like this here when I was a kid with paint my mother would get me at the store downtown. And it would take for hours to paint them. Then I didn't like the color, I'd paint them again. It was lots of fun. Of course, back then we didn't have computers or too many channels on television, so we had lots of time in our hands. But if you want to have some fun with your family, get some paint the cars, even race them if you want to, make your own stories up. One guy made a really good stop motion video. I was really impressed with it the other day. Wow, it was awesome. Okay, now I can touch my tires up again because I know I got paint on them. And I'm going to leave it dry after this, guys, and then I'm going to leave it dry, and then I'll put the yellow on it and the number. We're almost done. Number 63. Yes, okay. I'll leave that sit for a few minutes. There, perfect. There. The wheels are done, the windows are done, and I'll come back in a minute when this dries and I'll put the number on the roof and some yellow, and I'll write the letter juice in the back. There's a bit of light blue on the engine hood. I'll show you what I mean. Look, right there. So what I did was I added some white to the blue that was here, and I'm stirring it up now to get the right color. I'll put that on the front hood. I don't know what it's there for, but I'll try it anyway. I could put too much white in, so I put some more blue back in. I noticed the number 63 is actually in the same color blue, so I had to get a more accurate color. That's better. That's more like it. Okay, and looking again, I don't see number 63 on the door. I have to go up and check the number again because this might not be 63 after all. Okay guys, I went up and printed off another picture. This is way better picture. It's actually number 6, not even 63. This here is wrong, whatever that is, I don't know. But anyway, this is a better picture here. I have the paint mixed up for that, and I got the black paint for here, and I can write around the number 6 on the side in the yellow. And what I'm gonna do now then, well, I got there's the actual car in the box. That's what I went for first, number 6. And it's got white on the front, so I'm just gonna take the car here, and I'm gonna put a layer, where's that? Where's the better picture? Is right here. And put a line of light blue right across the front. Okay, right below the grill. So it's going to be right along this line here. So that came really nice. And next I'm going to put a line of light blue around the whole window up here on both sides. It goes right down the window post and right over here. I'll try not to get any in the window. I'll use my very, very thin brush here for this here. It's one I specially made. Cut off most of the bristles. It goes right down here and down along actually the whole, right to the mirror. Well, there's no mirrors on this car for some reason, but I left them on Jeff Corvette. There, that's perfect. Now the other side. This will be the camera side, so we take the picture better look good. Up the post, along the side here. I forget who sent in the suggestion for Bubba. You guys are sending in so many suggestions I can hardly keep up, and I keep saying the series is going to end soon because I'm going to run out of ideas, but every time I look at the comments there's 3 or 4 more ideas, like just flipped over, another car I got to do, and somebody wants a cat, Ergo the cat? I have no idea what that is. And on the engine hood there's a, like sort of like a, I don't know what it is. It's a line here, goes right to the front. over and up. This must be some sort of a thing for the sponsor or something. I don't know what it is. Transmission berries, I guess. There's another line on the roof that looks like it's here. It goes down here and goes over. These are some sort of designs, folks. I don't know what they're for. And it goes down like this. Just, I guess, decals, I guess, on the car. And this is almost like a U here. And it goes down here and there. That's all that's on the hood. And on I think there's a line here on both sides in light blue. It goes right down along the bottom of the door here. Goes up in the back a bit. And let's see. Along here. Goes up in the back. And what I wanted to do, folks, while I got it here, is I wanted to do the back. I wanted to put some black along here. I kind of screwed it up. I didn't want to paint that. I'm going to paint it black to make it look good. Like that. And I need some red for the taillights. I'll do that right now. Just a little speck of red. That's all I need. One little drop. Because they're really cool taillights. Okay. Because it's a Corvette, it has to have nice big red lights in the back. Trademark Corvette taillights. Well, they were back in the old days, but they're all changed now. Everything's all digital and LED. And there, check that out. And let's see, there's no more red, but there is some black. My black brush got right here. It's too big. I need a thinner brush. There's some black on the front, right here. Little triangles. And kind of like air intakes for the engine, I guess. Wow, I blew it. I'll have to patch that first with this little blue brush, and we'll come back and do that again. It's a beauty having lots of paint out. There, we'll leave that dry for a minute, guys, and we'll come back and put those little air limits on. It looks pretty good so far. Actually, you know what? It looks like those lines go right to the back up here. They go right to the back. So I'm going to continue this on here. Mess there, guys. Sorry, I have to patch that up. I'll patch that with blue. Okay, I made that too big. That's more like it. That's what it should be like right there. There, I'll fix that with blue later when it dries. Okay, I took a few minutes to clean up the white around the eyes and these stripes in the back. They came pretty good. And I fixed up the decal on the hood. And now I'm going to put the number 6 on top of the hood. On top of the roof, I mean. As best as I can. It's a big number 6 too, so I can really make it nice. It's kind of like... That came pretty good. Now that I can finish off the 6 without making a mess. Perfect. That's perfect. Okay, now I need some yellow. The yellow goes on the bottom of the doors. And actually right to the fender on both sides. So I've got some yellow already ready here. And it goes right along here. Starts solid here. And works its way back. And it's probably halfway up the door. And it turns into some sort of a spot. So I'm going to do probably solid yellow first, and I'll figure out what to do next. And it doesn't seem to be very thick. It's not like a thick yellow, so I'm just going to leave it kind of washed out. In other words, only one coat. And number 6 got to go in there somehow in blue. So I got lots of blue left. And I go up along the side here, and it's kind of turns into bubbles. I don't know how I'm going to make bubbles here. I really don't. I may just skip the bubbles and go with the solid color, because I might just try and might make a big mess doing that. Okay. So it's going to leave that. That's kind of like what it looks like. There's nothing in the back. It's not, actually, there is too. There's a bit of yellow in the back too. Let's see if I can put that in there. I'm not going to be very full. I'm just going to leave it just like that there. Now I'm just going to touch up a little bit more here. There. Now the other side. I might put some blue spots on it, like with the brush, just to give it some specks like circles. See, I have to touch up the blue again back here, so no problem. Nice looking car. It's a lot more work than I thought, though. I thought Bubba looked pretty easy till I printed off the real picture of it, and not the one I had, which was probably a prototype or a demo or something. And I always remember to check the camera, folks, because sometimes I'm talking to myself here. I forget to turn the camera on. I open the door, open up the camera, and I turn it, and I forget to turn it on to record. And a couple of times I caught myself talking for about 10 minutes, and nothing was even recorded. Okay, so now in the back it says Transberry in very tiny letters. I'm just gonna pretend I'm writing the word Transberry up here. I'm just gonna make a little squiggle here in yellow, and just put little specks here. Pretend it's Transberry, which I could never do. And then I'm gonna try and write juice in white letters right underneath it. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can do that with this brush. It's pretty fine. Write the word juice right here. Juice, perfect. Okay, and now I gotta get the blue brush, which is the same one. I'll clean it off, and I'll put the number 6 right here. It actually looks like it's in black. It looks like it's in black, so I'm gonna use the black paint in the yellow and see if I can paint a nice number 6 in there. Number 6, perfect. And over here, I'll do the same thing. I see my fingerprint went in there, so I have to patch that up first, guys. To fix that yellow first, and then I'll come back and patch the blue. I'll do this side right, okay? So it looks like there should be some blue fixed on the bottom here. Okay, we'll come back in a few minutes and put the number 6 on that, and it'll be almost done. Okay, now I'm going to write the number 6 on this side. I got this little fancy brush here. It's done in black. I touched up the blue in the bottom. I fixed that up, and it's a nice big. I think it's black. If you got a real car, let me know what the number really is. Is it black or blue? And it's right around here. It's in the yellow, but I didn't go high enough for the yellow, so I'm gonna cheat and go up here. Go way down there. And try and make a decent 6. I'm very poor at numbers and letters, but that's pretty darn good, guys. I'm happy with that. And now I'm gonna paint the grill gray. I got some gray paint right here. I put it out just for the grill, and it's kind of like a mesh grill, but it doesn't matter. It's gonna put a line across right about here. It's like probably the length of the smile where it used to be. Right across here. A little bit darker, a little bit more thick, I mean. And the headlights on this guy are stickers, of course, and they're kind of like blue and white. Hang on a sec. It's kind of like blue, so I'm just going to go with white, guys, because I don't see how I can do that blue. I got some white right here. I'm going to put a nice headlight. It starts at the bottom here and goes across. It's really slitted. Nice, that one came nice. Now if I do the other side, I'll be laughing. Wow, that's really good. Now, there's a little triangle of black right down there. Hang on, I'll wash my brush. This is going to be hard because it kind of adds to the grill. It's a little triangle right down here in black. There's one, and on the other side I'll try and go a little higher this time. Nice. Now I'm going to fix that blue at the bottom. It's not quite dry in the black, so I'll cover it with heavy blue. Don't even see it. Well, that looks like it. Number 6 on the side. The stickers are on the hood. Everything's ready to go. Let's clean it up, folks, and have a look at Bubba Wheelhouse. Well, there it is, guys. I have to admit, it came out a lot better than I expected. It took a lot longer than I expected. This took about 2 hours to do, actually, after I had it primed. So if you're just watching the 20-minute video, it took about 2 hours to get this done completely. Got juice on the back spoiler, number 6 on the roof, Number 6 on the doors with the yellow. I didn't put the bubbles on. Couldn't figure out how to do that. And I got the intakes in the front and the sides and black tires and wheels. And there's a picture, a real picture of Bubba Wheelhouse in his package. Looks pretty good. And here's a picture of Bubba on the field. Actually, that came really nice. I'm happy with that. Turned out way better than I thought. And you keep sending in your suggestions. We got our school bus of doom here, which is fabulous Miss Fritter. Apparently in the last video I said Miss Friller. And somebody heard me say Miss Friller. So somebody said, hey, you just said Miss Friller. I probably did. And there's Tim Treadless. And a lot of other cars here. There's Cal Weathers, Lightning's friend. And this here is Next Gen Lightning McQueen. See, I made that just out of Jackson Storm to see what it looked like. And there's poor old Fred. And okay guys, keep sending in your suggestions. We got a whole bunch of fabulous cars here. We're going to do a video soon with all the fabulous cars, including Doc Hudson in downtown Radiator Springs. And there's the car I made up myself. This is Glitter Storm. It's actually Jackson Storm painted in glitter. And there's Jackson Storm painted as fabulous Jackson Storm. But folks, keep your suggestions coming. I got lots of ideas. You guys are sending in tons of ideas, and I appreciate that. For example, here's Red from Cars 1. Well, there's the original Red. What we did was we turned them into Fabulous Red. We painted in the same color as Fabulous Doc Hudson, the Hudson Hornet from Cars 1. And we have a whole series of cars here that are called Fabulous Cars because they're all painted in honor of Doc Hudson. And back here we have a whole series of cars, all zebra colors. For example, there's Zebra the King, Zebra Lightning McQueen, and Zebra Jackson Storm. And in the background over there's a whole bunch of cars from the Demolition Derby that we made in Cars 3, including Taco, Arby, and a whole bunch more that are buried there. You can't see them. And over here on the other side, up front here, we have a whole bunch of cars that were in Cars 3. Like there's Cal Weathers, and a whole bunch more cars here. I don't know the names. And anyway, what we're doing, folks, is we're taking the cars, repainting them, and calling them something else. Now, I got a special request today to do Kris Revstopski. He's the race official from Cars 3. And we were going to use, we only have one of these cars, actually. I didn't want to use it up. We only have one of him. We're not going to use that car, okay, because it's kind of, that's what it is, actually, the same car. I don't want to ruin that because I only had the one. So I'm going to take one of my maters here and turn it into Kris Revstopski. So I have two maters. One's die cast and one's plastic. I'm going to keep the die cast because they're getting kind of rare now because I used quite a bit of my cars already in other varieties. So I'm going to cut off the toe assembly here, this plastic mater, paint it all white, and then actually I'm going to prime it first, paint it all primer gray, then I'm going to fill this in with Play-Doh. Actually I might do that first, and then make a whole new front for him, and put a flag here on the side. I have lots of those checkered flags somewhere in the box. Paint his wheels red. So why don't I get out the primer paint now. Actually the pliers are right here. I'll cut off this here. I don't think I'm hurting the car. I'm repurposing it, so hope no one gets mad at me for doing that. I'm just going to leave that. Don't need that anymore. Don't need the hook. And I'll cut this off flush if I can get it. Yeah, no problem. There. Now there's the look of the official pace car truck in Cars 3. I know the box is not exactly 100% the same. So what I'm going to do next is get the primer out and paint this primer gray. If you're watching all our videos, you know I put a paper down on top of the cars before I start. I got to move out Fabulous Miss Fritter and move Red out of the way. It's kind of holding up there. Fabulous Miss Fritter is one of my best so far. I've gotten so many views on that in the first couple of days. I got over 30,000 views. I'm going to leave that right there. It's a school bus of doom. There's the original Miss Fritter, still in the box. That's the die-cast Miss Fritter, and I just painted it blue, the same color as Doc Hudson. I know some of you guys are the first time here. That's why I keep explaining this over and over again. But I know a lot of you guys are coming back over and over again too. So here's my mater, and here is my primer. It's just plain old acrylic primer I picked up at the dollar store or Dollar M, whatever you want to call it. It's not very expensive. So I'm going to get my base brush. I have a nice brush here. I'm going to cover that whole thing in primer gray. Oh, I should peel off the sticker on the door. I don't need that anymore. I'll only get in the way later. I think this was a birthday cake decoration on top of a cake at one point. That's why it's plastic. It's not die cast. So I don't mind using it up. And once I get the Play-Doh on it, I will paint it again, cover it up so it doesn't get in the way. Actually, the sticker's not coming off very easily. Don't need the sticker there. So that's okay. Then we're just gonna leave the glue on there. It doesn't matter. And I'm gonna paint right over that. See if it hides it. Oh yeah, it's doing good. Okay, we'll paint this whole, and the wheels, the mirrors have to be painted, and so do the windows have to be painted black on this car, on this rig I mean. And the tires will have to be painted, the tires will be probably black and the wheels will be red. So I'm gonna cover Mater's whole face up here. I'll cover that whole thing in Play-Doh later and put a whole new face on it. I'm not gonna bother with the engine hole right now because I'm going to cover that with Play-Doh. You guys saw me do the other one. It's Pizza Planet delivery truck. It's actually made her with Play-Doh on the front and the top and the box. So I lost his torpedo on top. If you saw Cars 3, you saw it flying off into the crowd. It was only in the movies for about 3 frames, and then it was gone. It's so hard to see. You have to really look for it. I made a video about things you didn't see in Cars 3, and that was one of them. I don't remember seeing it actually at all, and then somebody pointed it out to me and said, "Oh, there it is, right on." It was just in there for half a second. Boom. They always throw something like it there in the cars just to keep you watching. All the bloopers, and not blooper, it was kind of like not a blooper, it was kind of like a rare thing to see. So I'm just gonna do his eyes here. I have to do them over again anyway with the right colors, because I'll leave the same eyes on, but I'll cover in what's showing and what's not showing, because there's a different in his eyebrows. The opposite of Mater. So I'll show you that later. I just want to get this done and put it in the heat lamp so I can get it dried, then I can start painting it. I'm just gonna cover that up a little bit. Get the heat lamp going. It'll dry off pretty fast. This is quite the rig. It's Kris Revstopski at the start of the race, and during the race you'll see the race official up there cheering on, not really cheering on, but he was actually flagging the Lightning McQueen in the races and flagging Jackson Storm in the races. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I can't wait to get a couple of coats of white on this here. It's gonna look really good. The primer really covers the car, so when you put the paint on it, it does a better job. Always do a primer coat first, and you'll learn that too when you start. If you ever start painting your own cars, put some primer on first. It makes a nice job. Not the heck, but I'll cover that up anyway. Okay. Well, that's about it for the primer, guys. I'm just gonna leave that dry in the heat lamp, and when I come back, I'll have some white paint, and I'll put a couple of coats of white on it. Then I'll show you the picture in a second. Yeah, put that in the heat lamp right now. There's Primer Mater, folks, for the second or third time. We have lots of Primer Maters. A couple of them already, but anyway, they're all painted in different colors. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, here's what I mean. Look, that's all filled in, hood and front, and I'll make some lines. Like I said, this is probably close as I can get to looking like that, see? I forget his name too, but he doesn't have a hook in the back. But he's a race official. I can find a flag somewhere behind me. There's a bunch of play sets there. And the blue headlights around the white, and I don't know what's there, but he has green eyes and a black line here over his eyebrows. So I'll paint that white here and try and get the exact look, and black windows and white mirrors and the word official on each side and red wheels. Okay, let's leave that dry and we'll come back in a few minutes, see how it looks. Okay, Primer Mater is pretty dry now. I got some white paint I'm gonna put right here. I always end up putting the brush in the wrong place sometimes. I'm gonna put 2 coats of white on. I want to show you something else too. I found 2 flags. There's a flag that goes on Kris Revstopski. Close. And I also have another one here. All depends on which one looks the best when I get it finished. I'm gonna glue it on the side. The glue gun's heating up over there, so I'm gonna put them aside for me. I'll have to trim it to make it the right height. And where's a nice brush? Here's one right here. Now, folks, all this stuff I buy at the dollar store. It's pretty cheap. I wouldn't freak out about the price or anything. It's very inexpensive. Now, Kris is a beautiful white. Oh, I forgot the Play-Doh. I better stop and do that first. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep on going. I'll put the Play-Doh on when I'm finished. This here coat, and then I'll put another coat of white all over it, so it'll look pretty good finished. This whole thing has to be finished with Play-Doh on the front. I think I have some white Play-Doh. I can just cover it in. Then I'll do the tires and wheels, and I have to do the windows too. Of course, windows are black, and I'll fix his eyebrow above his eye. And it's gonna look pretty good. I'm really happy to. That guy, I sent a message this morning online there to people that were asking me if I was doing a video this morning, and I said no. I didn't do one yesterday because we had a storm. So I'll get this done today. This will be up on Thursday. If you're watching this now, you're watching it on Thursday morning, or wherever you are, Thursday afternoon or Thursday night. It doesn't matter. My videos are seen around the world by thousands of people. So thanks for watching, folks. And if it wasn't for you guys watching, I wouldn't be doing these video series. I was hoping to be more popular, but it seems to stabilized, which I'm happy with. I guess it's doing okay. There's more people making videos now coming out with custom cars. I call my videos Pixar Cars Customs because I'm only doing Pixar cars. Oh, look at that. I got some gray there. Oh, I put it in the gray. Oh, darn. Okay. That's my fault again. I do that all the time. I'll leave it dry for a minute and I'll fix it up. I've always put it in the wrong place. I shouldn't put them so close together, I guess, obviously. But if you saw that, you saw it coming. I didn't notice it until I looked at the brush and said, what the heck, it's all gray. Yeah, it's gonna look nice. Can't wait to put that blue official on the side. The first coat's gonna go on nice. The second coat will go on really good. Then I'll get that white Play-Doh. I'm pretty sure I got some. If not, I'll have to put something in there and paint it white. That's what I do. I create custom cars. We're creating Kris Revstopski. It's a race official from Cars 3. And you'll see him in the movie if you watch it. You'll see him at the end of all the races with the white flag. And I saw it in the previews. A lot of the previews that came out before Cars 3 was launched, they're all over the internet, like little spoilers and everything. It was pretty cool. We're gonna need some more white for the next coat. Geez, going on pretty thick. That's okay though. The heat lamp dries it pretty good. It doesn't take long, 10 or 15 minutes to dry it. So, like I said before, when I make these videos, it doesn't seem long when you're watching it. For me, it takes a long time. And then when I edit it and render it and everything, it takes 4 to 5 hours to make a little video like this here. There, I'm gonna do the roof again because I kind of put some gray on top of that by mistake. It's still wet. Well, I'll put some more paint on that later. Now I gotta look for some white Play-Doh, and I have to do his eyes over again too later. So I almost feel like covering the eyes completely and start from scratch. Yeah, I think it's too late now to go back because I just did it. So there you go. Plain Mater's completely missing his eyes now. So I'm just gonna let this dry and get the Play-Doh ready. Okay guys, I found the white Play-Doh. It's a brand new container, it's nice and soft. The first coat of white paint has dried really nice. I'm gonna put this right across Mater's face because it worked pretty good the last time I did it. I'm gonna thin it out. I'm gonna make some lines in it like the grill. It still has to be filled out with, just like it's here, so you have to cover the eyes too. I have to put 2 headlights on this guy, and it's right to the ground. It's like the bumper's gone on the front and everything. It's all white. This is going on really nice. Cover that whole thing up. Then I can paint on the blue headlights inside the white and cover up his engine. Look, I found this fresh bottle of Play-Doh. It was over there in the cupboard. Never used it. Sorry, sometimes I talk really quiet. One guy thought I was sick the other day and sent me a message. Are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just talking to myself quietly here, and hoping you guys are enjoying the video. That came pretty good. A little more. Oops, sorry about my hands in front of the camera there. Now, it goes across like this, flush on the front. I'll flatten it down better with some more Play-Doh. Fill it right out. Doesn't go over the sides. I'll cut that off there. Kind of like... that looks good. Holy jump. That's really good. I'll scrape off this part here I got on his eyes there. Okay. Now when this shrinks in a couple of days, it'll look kind of different, but I'm not worried about that in a couple of days' time. There is the front of Kris Revstopski. I think that came pretty good. It's pretty flat. I'll make some lines in that in a little while. And it just goes like that. Should I fill in the box too? I might fill in the box because I kind of feel like I should. I'll put some fresh Play-Doh in there and cover it right up because I can't really see in the picture if the box is covered with a tarp. Just I'll pretend this is a tarp in the back of the truck. And then I'll put another coat of white paint on it. It might look a little smoother, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, looks more like a race truck. Because you certainly wouldn't have an open box in a race truck, that's for sure. Imagine the drag of that. How many of you guys know what drag is? Like the wind resistance when you're racing. You have to lower the drag as much as you can. There, that's a lot better actually. It kind of smooths down. So I'm gonna get the white paint right now, and I'm gonna paint this whole thing again with white, and then I'll come back and I'm gonna shape the front right here for the eyes because they're kind of like blue dots. What I need to do now is get my knife and make little lines here for a grill. Okay, there's like 1, 2, 5 lines across the front, and they go most of the way across. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I'll get the paint and I'll put the full coat of white paint on the whole truck. Put lots of paint there this time. Okay guys, here we go. No gray this time, all white. I'll do the eyes and everything. It'll be all beautiful white. I don't know if I need 3 coats or not, but it's going on nice this coat. Kris Revstopski are on their way. I may have to put 2 coats on the Play-Doh, I don't know yet. That looks pretty good already. I'm gonna be really surprised if this turns out as I'm hoping it to, but it's not easy, guys. You gotta be very creative when you're doing this here. And one of the guys again sent me another video. This little Harky guy, man, oh man, he got a lot of cars already painted. He got quite a collection. Another guy sent me a link, and I couldn't find the link. He got like 900 cars or something. I wish I could find that link. I clicked on it, it took me to my own website, so not sure if you sent the right link or not, but it didn't work. So if you want to send me that link again to your channel, 900 cars, wow, I'd like to see that. He got every car, truck, whatever. I think his father collects them or works for Disney or something. He got lots of collection. But anyway, if you're doing this yourself, send some pictures to my channel and I'll try and get them up and show everybody, because this is turning out like a nice niche for people to start painting their own Pixar cars. I see a few more people are doing it. Just got to punch up Pixar Cars Customs or Custom Pixar Cars, and you'll see other YouTubers are now doing it. And I'm glad that I created another place for people to make videos and upload them. Mine are okay, you know. I don't think they're fantastic, and I know other people do a way better job. Some people don't do them in front of a camera. They do them on their workbench or in their kitchen table with their parents helping, and they do a lot better job than I do, that's for sure. I'm just trying to struggle in front of a camera here, standing up with a light above my head with a paintbrush painting a car, or a truck in this case. Oh, I missed a spot there with the Play-Doh. That's okay, we'll fill that later. Well, there is the final coat of white on Kris Revstopski. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'll straighten out those lines in his face in a few minutes. And I'll see if I can get a little more white on his grill here, on his roof. I have to patch his eyes too. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Made her never look the same. Okay, folks, leave that dry in the heat lamp, and we'll come back. And I'm gonna paint the wheels red and the tires black. Fix that up, and then I can paint blue for the headlights, and I'll start working on his eyes. And then I'll put the blue stripe on the side and the word official right here with my mini brush. Let's leave it dry. Okay guys, the white paint is almost dry in most areas, but I'm just going to do the wheels right now in red, and I'll come back and do the tires later, because I seem to have gotten some white paint all over them. These are going to be easy to do because there's no spokes in the wheels, just plastic wheels, so it's going to be nice. And fill them up right nice with red, leave it dry, and I'll come back and do the black. See, that came really nice. And actually I might, while I'm doing this here, I might do the headlights too in blue, because they're going to be really cool. And I'll try and get the first part of the eyes on right now. Well, this is, I can hold it in my hand without touching the wheels, that's for sure. Okay, that's really nice. Nice and deep red. Good. And this one here, that'll be the four of them. Kris Revstopski. I keep saying the name because I'm looking at it over there on a piece of paper. I wouldn't know this guy name if someone hadn't have told me it. Okay, there's the four wheels. Now I'm going to do little blue specks for the headlights. They're kind of really nice blue. It's kind of like they must be those new type of lights that are really bright in the dark. Plasma lights or something. They're really cool. There's one on top of the other. It's kind of like a blob there. And one over here. Now I don't have the actual die cast to look at. I'm looking at a picture that I downloaded from the internet. So if you have the actual die cast, Kris, let me know what it really is like. Look, put my finger right in the paint. Okay, good. Now what else is I going to do? The eyes, they're green. So I'm going to put an eye. This is a green with a big black dot. I'm going to get a big blob of paint and put it right here. And another one right here. That's nice. When that dries, I put a black dot in the middle. Perfect. Then I have to draw a black eyebrow, and the rest is white. So let's leave this dry now while I don't want to put my fingers on anything. We'll leave the wheels dry, then I'll paint the tires black. Okay, it looks pretty good so far. Now I'm going to get the brush and put some black on the tires. This usually works out pretty good because I hold the tire and spin it with my other finger, see? That way I don't get any on the side of the truck. Keep my fingers off. Anywhere else it could be getting some wet paint. I think the eyes are still a bit wet. There's the other one. Now there's two more on this side, obviously. And let's see if I can get this one done here. This is the camera side. It has to be perfect for the thumbnail. What do you think? came pretty nice. Okay, here goes the last one. I'm definitely gonna leave it dry after this because I'll have my fingers all over it. There's no other place. Oh yeah, there's one place for black. Again, is the center of the eye. I'm not sure if this screen is dry or not. I don't think it's quite dry. Bigger blob than that. I want to put a big blob on it. There, nice. Then I need kind of an eyebrow. It's trying to start on this side and goes up. And then it kind of dips down. Then it goes over and down. Like that. And I put my finger right in the tire. See that? Okay, there's his eyebrow. That's all I'm going to do with that. That's perfect. Let's leave this dry for a few minutes and we'll come back. And actually, you know what? I might be able to do the windows too. I hope I didn't touch the paint. I did. Darn it. Okay. My fingers on both. Oh my god, they're all over the place. I got paint everywhere. Oh my goodness. Okay, window. Window on each side black. Gotta be very careful here how to hold this. There, that's nice. Now, I don't want to get paint on the white. I'll have to touch it up again if I do. Okay, now here's the other window over here. I'll hold this just like this. It's not easy to do this, guys, when you're trying to make a video and you're watching my mistakes. There, I'll have to come back in a few minutes and touch up the white. Okay guys, we're getting pretty close to the end here. I have a bit of white. Actually, I'm going to skip that right now. I'm going to put the blue on right now on the sides. Here's a nice brush. Here's a brush. There's two stripes. I might be able to cover that white with the blue actually. There's a blue stripe goes right across the bottom here. Goes right to the front tire. All across the back. Just like that. And there's one more above it. A little bit thinner, but I don't think anyone's gonna know the difference. If I make this nice and wide. Perfect. And there's one more a little bit higher, right about here. It's thinner. Let's see if I can make it thinner. I'm not sure if I'm that good or not. Not bad. Okay, now that looks good. Now I'll flip it over and see if I can do the same on the other side. It's always harder to do the exact same thing on both sides, so I'll try and get it as best I can. It's a pretty wide stripe in the bottom. I forgot to put the back taillights on too. I'll do that in a sec too. And a thinner one up top. Oh, this, you know, this is turning out really nice. I'm really glad. Looking good. It's not the original Kris Revstopski. It's a clone, I guess you call it, or a custom. Pixar Cars Customs. Keep sending in your comments, guys. I really appreciate that. If you're watching these videos every day, like some guy was expecting one this morning, I'm sorry I didn't get to it. And let's see, that looks pretty good. Nothing on top. And I have to do those little lights in the back. I'm doing them right now in red. Wait, that's too big. Just big bright lights in the back, because I'm sure this car has light. This truck has lights on the back. Right there. Tail lights. Now I don't know if you have the actual car. Let me know. The actual truck, I mean. Let me know. There, it looks cool. And the windows are black. That's good. Actually, you know what? I'm going to touch up the white around the window, kind of smooth it off a bit because it's kind of rough. Like that, see? And I put a white spot there and a red spot here. And how's the other window look? Actually, you know what? I'm going to touch up the bottom too. There, that came nice. Now the other side look okay. I'll have to flip it over. Okay folks, we're back. We're almost done. I just have to write the word official on the back of each panel here and see if I can do it neatly. Like I was doing pretty good the last couple of times writing these stuff. Well, that's the best one I've ever did actually. Let's turn it around and see if I can do the same on the other side. That's That's pretty good. Now I gotta be very careful. Wow, that came really nice. Now, the only thing left to do, folks, is to put the flag on. And I have 2 flags, and I'm gonna have to hold it up, each one, to see which looks the best. That looks pretty much like the right flag. So let me, let me cut this off and glue it. I have the glue and ready to go. Well guys, there is Kris Revstopski, the pace car from, not the pace car, the official from Pixar Cars 3. And here is my version of Kris Revstopski, the car made from Madar. Check it out, what do you think? Let's clean this up here guys and put it out in front and see how it looks. I think it looks pretty darn accurate. I actually think this is one of the best cars I've did. The best custom car, I should say. I can get over how close that looks to the real Kris Revstopski with the flag and the grill and the eyes and the side. I even wrote the letters. Not too bad, actually. Official, spelled pretty good. And geez, guys, thanks again, whoever sent that suggestion. I was going to do Fabulous Ramon today, but somebody reminded me to do Kris. So thanks again for watching, folks. I hope you like this video series. Please share it with your friends. We're trying to get as many views as we can. See if we can top that record of 30,000 views for School Bus of Doom. And keep sending suggestions in. I got a lot more to do yet. But look at this. Upside down. There you go, folks. And please keep your suggestions coming, like I said. And hit the like button if you want to. And make sure you watch more videos. And have a great day.